Steel City is ready at Acrisure Stadium here in Pittsburgh. Tonight, a tough AFC North matchup. It's the Baltimore Ravens and the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Please welcome your 2026 Pittsburgh Steelers.
Mike Tirico alongside Greg Olsen. That's the rookie Tyler Luke. He begins this one. Off we go from the Steel City. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. Well, here come the Steelers, and that's the sight that looks odd, but people were looking to see after keeping us waiting all spring. Year 21 in the league for Aaron Rodgers, his first as the Steelers quarterback.
There's not many guys, Mike, in NFL history that while their career is still ongoing, they already are considered a no-brainer finding themselves in camp one day. And this guy is certainly at the top of the list. Let's not forget, this is not some washed-up quarterback who can't let go of the past. He is still capable of playing at an all-pro level. And if he continues to do so, any team he's on is going to be a Super Bowl contender.
Off the play fake, Rodgers. He's going to air one out for Metcalf. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose. And it's going to force third down. DK Metcalf was the intended target. And third down coming up. From the shotgun, it's A-Rod. He'll try to run for it.
Give him credit for keeping this play alive as long as he could. This easily could have gone down for a loss, but he's kind of able to find his way forward and at least get back to the line of scrimmage.
On fourth down, Steelers send out Corliss Waitman to punt. Lejante Wester deep for Baltimore. And he'll get a few yards on this return. A pass to the 15-yard line. So the Ravens will come out. They are led by the man who's won the MVP twice and was the runner-up a season ago. Hard to believe it is year 8 for Lamar Jackson as the Ravens quarterback.
Is there a more exciting guy in the NFL to watch play quarterback than this guy, Mike? I mean, one of the most dynamic athletes to ever play the position.
The pressure, too much, and he goes down.
What really stood out about that last play is the job the quarterback did keeping his eyes downfield despite the pocket collapsing around him. He was able to shake off that first guy, but by the time he did, allowed the rest of that rush to get home, and they were able to clean things up.
Work to do now as they come up on second and long. First carry for one of the league's best workhorses, Derrick Henry. And he's bottled up after a gain of a yard.
It's a gain of a yard, and it's third down.
It is third and long. Throwing Jackson. Now a screen set up for Henry. He's looking for room on the edge, but could not find any. They track him down behind the line, and it's fourth down.
So barring an aggressive decision here on fourth down, it looks like this is going to be a 3-and-out. So this offense has to get to the sideline and regroup, figure out what went wrong, fix it, because they've got to be able to maintain possession the next time out.
Here's Austin to return. And it's a very nice return. He is giving the offense a short field. The Steelers offense ready to see the football for the second time. They'll start with a short field, looking for the first points in this contest. And they'll begin 1st and 10. On play action, Rodgers. This one is complete to DK Metcalf. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line.
That's good for us.
First grab for Metcalf. Good for the first down.
1st and 10.
This is a really nice job of just finding a hole in coverage, Mike. And I used to say, hey, when you're open, stay open. That's the art of route running versus zone coverage. And it's a friendly target for the quarterback in space, and we're able to convert.
And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 25-yard line.
From the 25, here's 2nd and 9. Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete.
And when you look down the field, Mike, there's just really nobody creating any real separation. And instead, he tries to give one of his guys a 50-50 contested catch opportunity. But with the coverage as tight as it was, it just falls incomplete.
On 3rd down, Rodgers. And that is incomplete. Contact occurred just as the ball was arriving. There are no flags. It's 4th down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop. So anytime an offense comes off the field after settling for 3, you always have to take the good with the bad. In order to get down there in field goal range, you had to do something positive to move the ball. But at the same time, how are we going to be able to finish these drives and convert for 6 the next time we get down there?
On the return, it's Keaton Mitchell. Get across the 20, mark him at the 22-yard line. The Ravens offense ready for their second possession. Unbalanced look here to the right side on 1st and 10. Jackson. That's to the tight end, Kohler. And good yardage there after the catch. They'll wind up with a gain of 7 on 1st down.
8 yards on the pick.
Not every pass has to be thrown downfield. You can rely on the run after catch, especially a big body like this tight end. Get the ball in his hands early and let him pick up the rest after the catch.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and a couple. They'll work straight ahead with Henry. And he will pick it up. Let's give him a first down up to the 37-yard line.
A 7-yard gain.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. 2nd and short, play action pass. You can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the first down.
Hopkins sent in motion. On play action, here's Jackson. Open man is beaten. He's got him. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield. A pickup of 12 yards. Good for a Raven first down.
49-yard line.
This is Henry. Finds room inside the 40. And they'll take this down inside the 35. 20-yard pickup there. First down, Baltimore.
Baltimore, first down. 1st and 10.
There's 2 elements to a successful run play, and the key is having them aligned. The offensive line needs to block according to the play and create space, but the back has to hit that space at the appropriate time. And this is a clear example as to why it leads to big gains.
Now Lamar going to hang on to it. The defense not fighting. They stay at home, and they tackle him for no gain.
You know, Mike, it's funny, when you're facing these really elite defensive linemen, sometimes it's easier to make them the read guy rather than actually try to block them. Unfortunately, they're elite for a reason, and sometimes they're still able to make the play like we saw here.
Second down, Jackson. I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a third down.
And that's exactly what every defense is trying to do in the passing game. They want to muddy up these windows, Mike, make every throw as contested as possible. No separation, contact right at the catch point, and does a great job forcing the incomplete pass.
Oh, that's the one thing they couldn't have there, the sack that might take them out of field goal range.
The defensive coaches, they preached all week, Mike. They have to have relentless pursuit of this quarterback when he tries to extend the play. So often it results in a great play for the offense and a big pickup. This time, because of that pursuit, it leads to a big loss.
On fourth down, out is the rookie Tyler Luke for the Baltimore field goal.
A 60-yard attempt.
And that is no good. He missed it. And this is going to remain a 3-point game.
You have to give him credit, Mike. I mean, that shows a lot of faith in your kicker, because that is an ambitious effort from that distance.
Here comes the Pittsburgh offense now, heading back onto the field. They'll start with great field position, right at midfield with a first down. Looking to throw, it's Rodgers. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
A gain of
17 yards on that connection. That's a Steeler first down.
First and 10.
They don't waste any time capitalizing on their opponent's mistake, so they miss the field goal, you take the ball back. There's a lot of energy on the sideline. That's a big win for your defense. So what do you got to do?
Oh, the ball's out. One of the Ravens has it.
And with all this talk about ball security, I can tell you firsthand, Mike, a lot of it just becomes mental. It's like the more you think about it, the more you stress it in practice, it almost gets worse. It's one of those things that when it starts to spiral, it's just hard to pull yourself out.
The Ravens offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. Off the play fake, Jackson. That's to the right side. He's got Andrews. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
A gain of 4. It's now second and 6 at the 33-yard line.
From the 33, here's second and 6. Bateman is the motion man. He'll step up and run. He'll take care of it himself. Picks up the first down and a gain of 12.
A gain of 12 yards. That's good for a Baltimore first down.
When this offense is really in gear, Mike, a lot of it is because of the ability of Lamar Jackson running the football. He is what makes this thing go, and you can see why.
Here's Lamar. He'll keep it on the zone read. And he'll be met in the backfield and dropped behind the line of scrimmage.
The key to running the read option, Mike, is that the timing has to be just right. If it's too slow getting going, a lot of the times defenders can get in the backfield and cause havoc, and that's exactly what happened here.
Jackson now on second down. He'll get it into the hands of Zay Flowers. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
Complete to Zay Flowers. It's a gain of 6. Brings up third and 7.
Here's 3rd and 7. From the gun, Jackson. And he's got it to Flowers for the connection. Call it a gain of 13. Good for a Raven first down.
First and 10.
These third down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on third down.
On the handoff, it's Henry. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
The big guys in the middle of the defense, Mike, the defensive tackles. So often they're asked to do the dirty work. Keep the blockers off the linebackers. Let them run around and make all the plays. But in this case, this guy's able to shed his blocker, make the stop, and keep it to no gain.
They'll go again here with Henry. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. Give them 14 on that one. First down, Baltimore.
This offense has to be thrilled, Mike, with the success they've had here on the ground in this opening quarter. Now as the rest of the game unfolds, everything in the game plan continues to open up.
On first down, they'll stay on the ground with Henry. That is a gain of 20. What a chance now. First and goal coming up.
Sometimes all it takes is that one key block to spring this back. He's just so good in open space. And, man, that was a heck of a run, and it sets up first and goal.
5 yards from the house. They've got it first and goal. They'll run with Mitchell. And he's going to be stopped just short of the goal line. Couldn't reach that ball across, setting up second and goal. Now, after that last play, we have an injured Raven. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. From the 1, second and goal. Henry is in. Touchdown, Baltimore.
Make no mistake about it, he may get the glory, but that does not happen without unbelievable blocking up front. So let's give the big guys all the credit in the world. He's able to displace the defense right there at the point of attack, and that's about as easy a goal line touchdown as you're going to see all year.
Tyler Loop now for the extra point. The kick is good, and the Ravens move out to a 7-3 lead.
Steelers 3.
Now, after the touchdown, Luke is back out to kick this one away. Johnson now to return. The Steelers offense and their running back, Jalen Warren, set to take over once more. On first and 10, here's Rodgers. That is incomplete. No way to force the football in there. Good coverage. It'll bring up second down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
Second down, Rodgers will set up the screen to Gainwell. And good work here defensively. They force him out after a gain of just a yard. And now it's third down.
Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
A-Rod out of the gun here on third down. That is incomplete. Great work to get in there, make things difficult defensively, and it sets up fourth down.
And that's exactly how you teach it. They want these defenders to time the hit, that right when the ball gets there, you separate the receiver from the ball. And those are the ones on offense, man. You just have to make that catch, Mike. I know it's easier said than done, but you know the hit's coming. You've got to squeeze that thing, brace for impact, and make that play for your offense.
And he's going to be brought down after a short return, and that's where his team will get possession of the football. They'll go three tight ends here on 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Henry. And they'll bring him down, but not until he gets to the 38-yard line.
It's a
gain of 14. Good for a quick first down.
First down.
Well, a really nice start here to the drive. Early down success. Every offensive coordinator is trying to find ways. How do we pick up first downs without having to get to third down? We see it here. Big explosive run. Now the rest of the drive unfolds.
A throw, left side, caught by Andrews. And he'll be out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45.
That's another
Couple of big plays to start this drive. How about 17 on this one?
And the Raven
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. They'll send Flowers in motion. On 1st and 10, Jackson. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. Rashad Bateman, the intended target. And it'll bring up second down. In motion goes Likely. Play action now. Jackson. His fullback releasing, and he's going to bring it in. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. Now it appears we've got a Steeler injured on that play. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. It's 3rd and 4. Again, it's Jackson. He's going to put it up, take a shot for Hopkins. That one incomplete. Coverage outstanding there. Able to jar the ball free in a big spot. And now it is 4th down.
Doesn't get much better than that. Had he gotten there just a little bit earlier, he probably draws the flag a little late. It's probably a touchdown.
A 57-yard attempt.
And he pushed it. No good. That is wide to the right. And the lead holds steady at 4.
Steelers 3.
And you could see it pretty clearly, Mike. He just kind of comes across the ball there. That one started right, and it just never came back.
The Steelers offense ready to take over once again. They'll begin with terrific starting field position. It gets going with 1st and 10. Play action now with Rodgers. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. That one good for a dozen. And a very quick first down.
This is a great opportunity now for the offense to really seize control of this game. They just saw their opponent miss a field goal try, come out aggressive on the ensuing possession, strike deep early. Now see if they can put this drive together and end it with some points.
That's deep for the back of the end zone. And that is incomplete.
So I like the aggressiveness of the call, but as the rest of the game unfolds, Mike, there needs to be better overall execution. A little bit cleaner, and next thing you know, they're going to hit some of those big shots.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Rodgers output to Metcalf, and he's not going to be able to get away. Good defense on the perimeter. It'll be a loss of yardage. So, we are through one here on Sunday Night Primetime. 7-3 is our score. And we're back to the Steel City after this. The Steelers with the football to begin the second quarter. A tough spot here. 3rd and long. As we are ready to get back underway. He'll try and get there. Carry that ball loosely, and it is out. And the Ravens have come up with the football. The quarterback was on the move, starting to gain some yards, but then he lost the ball. And the fumble's recovered by the defense.
And early on, Mike, it was actually a really good job by the quarterback, extending that play, getting some positive yards with his legs, but he decided not to slide and give himself up. He takes that hit, loses the ball, and now the defense takes over.
Derrick Henry heading out along with the rest of this Ravens offense. The lead sits at 4, so we'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10.
Derrick Henry on the carry.
You saw the guard take a pass set, Mike. He's hoping that defensive tackle just races up the field, trying to sack the quarterback, and then you just hand the ball off to your back on a draw. In this case, the defensive tackle does a great job going from pass to run, and he's able to take the back down for a loss.
In the shotgun, here's Jackson. This one is complete along the sideline. A very nice job to fit that ball in. It'll be a modest game.
The best guys I've been around, Mike, they have a sense where they can see the ball, but they can feel the sideline. And that's kind of an innate sense that these guys have that allows them to concentrate and secure the catch and ensuring that both feet remain in bounds.
They'll run the sneak, and he will have the Ravens first down. At least at first glance, they'll spot the football just beyond the marker, and they convert on 3rd and inches.
I don't want to take anything away from the quarterback here, Mike. He did a nice job picking up that first down, but this play is won or lost by the big guys up front. They're the ones who need to get off the snap on time, get leverage on the defender, and create the space needed for the quarterback to pick up the first down. You know, it's easy to sit up here and say, hey, just keep running the ball. They've been efficient, just kind of wear down this defense by 1,000 different paper cuts. But the problem is, it's only contingent upon your ability to keep the score down. So if you want to continue to run the ball this often, you're going to have to look to their defense to play really well.
We're going to go right back to Henry. And he'll take this ahead for a gain of about 5, and here comes 3rd down.
And he has been a handful to deal with throughout this entire contest, Mike. And they came into the game saying, we want to impose our will on the defense, and that's exactly what they've been able to do.
Third and short, Jackson. He finds his receiver. That's Bateman. 14 yards on that pass play there. Good for a Raven first down.
That's good for a Baltimore first down. A gain of 14. First down, Baltimore.
So far here early, Mike, the key for this offense has been their ability to maintain possession by converting on these 3rd downs. It's going to be a big storyline the rest of the way. This defense has to find a way. When they force 3rd down, they got to get off the field.
They'll run out of the gun with Henry. Not much there. Maybe a yard.
Taken down at the 41. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
From the 41, Here's second down and 9. Now it's Jackson. Flowers with the catch. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up third down.
The key to good route running, Mike, is deceiving the man covering you into thinking you're doing one thing, and then you change it and do the other. And in this case, he had the defender thinking this was a vertical downfield route. And then next thing you know, he gets to his break point, he breaks in, and that ball's put right on the money for a big pickup.
He'll get out of bounds, a gain of 8, and that's going to be good enough for a first down.
The most impressive thing about this drive, Mike, has really just been their efficiency. They've just continued to pick up first downs, fresh sets of downs. We just saw there with that third down conversion, continue to possess the ball. These opportunities to come away with points continue to go up.
Jackson going to keep it himself. Can he get away? No! He's going to be taken down behind the line.
So it's just a simple read, but it's really well defended. They had both the give and the pull reads both accounted for, and the play ends up going nowhere.
So after the loss on first, here's second and 14. To throw is Jackson. That one broken up. It's incomplete. All over him down the field. It'll set up third down.
It's hard to play that ball any better than the way that defender did right there. I mean, to stay patient throughout the entire play and make sure that not only are you in prime position to make it, but then once the ball is there, attack it, knock it down, and save a touchdown.
Third and long for Jackson. That is going to be hauled in. He's got it. Rashad Bateman. Touchdowns, Baltimore.
All week we're going to see this play be run over and over as a highlight of the quarterback and the receiver. But, Mike, the part that people don't give enough credit to, in order to get a downfield shot, you have to have time. And what a great job by the offensive line, allowing the quarterback to be comfortable enough in the pocket. Let those deeper routes develop, be on time and accurate with the ball, and that's why this play is going to be a highlight all week. Let's give the big guys up front some credit.
The kick is good. Makes the score Ravens 14, Steelers 3.
Now, after the touchdown, Luke is back out to kick this one away. To return is Kenneth Gainwell. And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. That's where the offense will take the field. Steelers offense ready to see what they can do. They trailed out 14-3, so an 11-point deficit as they start things out with first and 10. Rodgers to throw. The pass rush gets home, and he goes down. Marlon Humphrey, usually found in coverage, that time on the blitz, gets there for the sack.
This is what you don't want to see out of your quarterback. As that pocket starts to collapse, the good ones, they can keep their eyes downfield and feel the rush. They don't need to see the rush. Here, his eyes go down. He starts moving around the pocket, nowhere to go with the ball, and they bring him down for a sack.
From the gun, Rodgers. He's got a man down the field. It's Austin. And they're going to move this all the way up near the 35-yard line. They get an even 20 on that one. Good for a Steeler first down.
And that was just a simple read that time. He knew his guy was going to come open in the middle of the field based on the look they gave. All he had to do was let the play develop and then deliver a strike to pick up the first down.
And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
So they go with the first down run, hoping to just get them some positive yards and get themselves into a good second down situation. But Now they find themselves in 2nd and long, so the more you give defenses the opportunity, Mike, to defend you one-dimensionally. So in this case, we're only playing you in the pass. It stresses your protection, it stresses your play caller, and ultimately, it stresses your quarterback.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 8.
We're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8. To throw, it's Rodgers. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
It's just so hard to be a good offense in the NFL, Mike, when you are not good on 3rd down. Your inability to extend drives, it either puts a lot of pressure on your coaches to be aggressive on 4th down or simply punt or take a field goal. You have to maintain possession and give you more cracks to score touchdowns.
Now, fair catch is made, and it's just inside the 15-yard line. Derrick Henry heading out along with the rest of this Ravens offense. You're going to be looking to possibly push this to a 3-score advantage. Work to do on this drive. 1st and 10. Here's Jackson. Oh, in trouble, and down he goes. The linebacker, Alex Highsmith, he's in for the sack. It's going to be a loss of 8 to begin the drive.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the 3rd sack of the game. And this defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
Second down, Jackson. There's a short one caught by Andrews. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 13.
3rd and long. In motion comes Andrews. Jackson from the gun on 3rd down. Short, complete to Likely. He got a lot of what he needed, but just not enough. The mark is a couple yards shy of the 1st down. Here comes 4th down.
I think there's one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the 1st down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks. And now they got a 4th down decision to make.
On the return, it's Austin. And this winds up a very nice return. He's able to get up past the 40-yard line. The Steelers offense ready to get back to work. They'll have very good starting field position as they set up past the 40. They send Freiermuth, the tight end, in motion. Rodgers on 1st down. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete.
You talk about a quarterback getting bailed out. Man, that is a pick all day long. And as this defender enters the huddle, you see a bunch of his guys hitting him on the helmet. But I could promise you, they're saying, next time, you got to come down with that one.
Now a 2nd down throw from Rodgers. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete.
Well, it's pretty clear the main reason why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the inefficiency of this offense and primarily out of the quarterback position. I mean, to complete less than half of your pass attempts, it just makes it very hard to compete at a high level consistently in the NFL. And they want to find themselves having any chance of getting back into this game and winning this one. He's going to have to get a lot better with the ball.
The task now, a really tough one. 3rd and very long. In the shotgun, it's A-Rod. He'll dump this out wide to Gainwell. And he'll be stopped short of a first down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's fourth down.
It's fourth down.
Even though they gave up that last completion, Mike, that's a really good drive there for this defense. I mean, from the beginning, on those early downs, keeping them from staying ahead of the chains, put them in a tough third down situation, and now it brings up fourth down, and looks like they're going to get off the field.
The Ravens take over.
Derrick Henry heading out along with the rest of this Ravens offense. And he's been a tough man to stop in this first half, putting up some big numbers already. And remember, we haven't even reached halftime yet. Jackson now to throw on first down. A quick slant to Flowers. And mark him down up beyond the 30. They'll get 11 there. And that's a quick first down.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
Into the secondary at the 45. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line. Wow, they are moving the ball to start this drive. 21 on that play.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
What a good run there. That's going to put him over 100 for today's game, Mike. And it just seems as the game goes on, this guy just seems to get better and better.
On play action, here's Jackson. Oh, a short throw there, but it's going to end up incomplete. That's a pass he'd say he should have had. Instead, he does not, and it brings up second down.
Anytime you see a receiver at this level miss a ball that easy, it's just concentration. They just take it for granted. All of a sudden, they're thinking about what their next move is or what they're going to do after the catch. And instead of just focusing on first things first, secure the catch, put the ball away, then become a runner.
Oh, and this one's going to wind up incomplete. That's one you'd think he'd be able to corral. He can't find the handle, and it's going to lead to a third down.
Defense got lucky on that one. There's no one accounting for the running back out of the backfield as they should have, and fortunately for them, he bails him out by not securing the catch.
On third down, Jackson. That's into the hands of the fullback. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up fourth down.
So anytime you decide to blitz, the hope is that the secondary can hold up long enough to allow the extra pressure guys to get to the quarterback. But when you don't get to the quarterback and he's able to get the ball on time and in rhythm, there are holes in the back end, and they're able to pick up the first down. You know, the hardest part about these missed kicks, Mike, is for all the guys that work so hard to put the ball in position to come away with points. You kind of trot off the field. You're hoping that next possession has a different result.
Here comes the Pittsburgh offense now, heading back onto the field. They'll begin just shy of midfield with a 1st and 10. Here's the former Memphis Tiger, Kenneth Gainwell. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
And the big man in the middle swallows him up right at the line of scrimmage, and I think the next time this offensive play caller decides to go to the ground game, Mike, I bet you he's going to find a different place along that defensive front to attack.
Rodgers here on second down. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 6.
Looking to throw, it's Rodgers. And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
That's good for a Steelers first down. 1st and 10.
2 minutes to go here till halftime. We'll come back to the Steel City after this. From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Really nice job with the protection up front. Just nobody could get open downfield, so it's a combination of your offensive weapons have to do a better job taking advantage of that time to work and separate. But also, how impressive is that by that defense to be able to cover for that amount of time?
Rodgers going up top again. There's a short one caught by Freiermuth. And they'll work this close to a 1st down, maybe just a tad short.
A gain of 9 brings up 3rd and 1.
It's going to be 3rd. They need 1. They'll try and run it here with Warren. Oh, the defense meets him in the backfield. They stopped him dead in his tracks and set up 4th down.
It's 4th down.
The field goal unit staying put. They're going to line up and go for this on 4th down. That is incomplete. They couldn't get the connection on 4th. Going to give the ball over on down.
The play is a turnover on
Derrick
down.
Henry heading out along with the rest of this Ravens offense. A 1st down throw for Jackson.
It's pretty well read there defensively. Anytime you throw these quick passes to the wide receivers, you're looking to pick your gain up after the catch. So let's give credit to the defense. Rally and tackle in space and keep that to a pretty modest gain.
It is 2nd and 9. They'll send Flowers in motion. Jackson now on 2nd down. That's going to be incomplete. Good work by the defender. Bodied his man up. Wouldn't allow the catch. It'll force 3rd down.
Sometimes it's those footsteps. I don't care how long you've been playing or at what level you've been playing at. When that defender's bearing down, you really get a good idea of what guys are willing to go through contact to secure a catch, and in this case, what guys are unwilling.
Now, deep ball for Bateman. That is knocked away downfield, incomplete. He made sure not to let the receiver get behind him. 3rd down stop sets up 4th down.
And barring an aggressive decision here on 4th down, it just seemed like a really wasted possession to go 3 and out, not able to pick up a single 1st down. Not only do you not able to gain any field position advantage, it really takes a lot of the wind out of your sails as you find yourself jogging off the field and the punt team coming on.
And not much doing there. They made sure he would not get free. The Steelers offense going to see what they can do in the final minute of this 1st half. A-Rod now to throw on 1st down. Metcalf reels it in on the right side. And he's going to have this one up near the 28. 12 yards on the game. That's good for a quick 1st down.
These are the kind of plays that when you draw them up on the chalkboard, Mike, they all look great. But if you can't protect long enough, you're never going to get the receiver. I mean, think, he started on the left side of the formation in the slot, and he has to run all the way across the field to the right 3rd. I mean, that takes a lot of time. Let's give a lot of credit to the big guys up front.
Halftime coming up, and we'll take you down to Scott Hansen for the EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hansen and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the 3rd quarter as we're ready to kick off the 2nd half. Back out to our commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Scott, thank you. Back here on EA Sports as we count down to kickoff of this second half.
Chris Boswell.
Third quarter set to commence. And we're back underway here on EA Sports. On the return, it's Mitchell. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Derrick Henry heading out along with the rest of this Ravens offense. The third quarter begins with a run. And he shows off those strong legs running through one tackle. Gives him a gain of 8.
I think every running back's dream is that he's going to run through a wide open hole and have breakaway touchdowns, but that's not necessarily the case very often in the NFL. So the backs that are the best are the ones that can get more yardage than maybe what's blocked for. And I think this is a nice physical game here that they can continue to build off of as the game unfolds.
He's taken down, but just shy of midfield. A pickup there of 13. First down, Baltimore.
Nice job by them getting the back to the perimeter. Then he's able to get outside, stick his foot in the ground, and then get vertical. Right down the numbers. Those are the type of runs this offense wants to see more of going forward.
Here's Henry. The tackle's going to be made down at the 40-yard line. That's a gain of 11, and they'll move the chains with another first down.
This is a guy who's been doing it at a high level, Mike, for a long time. Not too many running backs finding success in the NFL past the age of 30. That's usually when they kind of ride off into the sunset, but as always, there's the exception to every rule.
They'll run it with Henry. This time the sledding becomes a little more difficult. They're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9.
Here now, 2nd and 9 from the 39-yard line. They'll try to throw here with Jackson. That's to the right side. He's got Andrews. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up third down.
Brings up 3rd and 7.
From the shotgun, here's Jackson. He'll try to run for it. What a great gainer that is. He runs it down to the 5. Now, after that last play, we have an injured Raven. The training staff going to look, and will step out for a moment. Now it is 1st and goal. Here's a run. Trying to create some space, but will not find much. He'll get a yard. They'll mark it at the 3.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
Go with their fullback trying to get it. And that play took a little long to develop. They stop him for no gain at the 4.
It makes sense on 2nd and goal, Mike, to keep this ball on the ground. You always have 3rd down again to finally punch it in. But now after the defense forces you backwards, I think you have to consider putting this one in the air here on 3rd and goal.
3rd and goal for Jackson.
Jackson's pass.
I'm an aggressive guy by nature, Mike, so whenever I get 4th and short in plus territory, I want to go for it. You're not going to win many games in this league settling for field goals. You have to capitalize when you find yourself in a position to score.
They'll run for it with Henry. And he will take this one across into the end zone. Derrick Henry. Touchdown, Ravens. He's got another one. His second touchdown of the evening. So they decide to go for the touchdown, and Greg, they get rewarded on 4th and goal with the 6 points.
Yeah, I think the safe bet there is you settle for the field goal and you're happy coming off the field with points. But not this play caller. He rolls the dice a little bit, but give credit to the offensive line. They created just enough of a lane for this back to take it in for 6.
On is Luke to add the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Ravens move out to a 21-3 advantage.
Steelers 3.
Now, after the touchdown, Loop is back out to kick this one away. On the return, it's Kenneth Gainwell. A good return as he takes it across the 30. The Steelers offense ready for their first possession of this second half. They are in need of points in a big way as they set out on 1st and 10. Rodgers. That one incomplete. The defender right there to make the play. And it's 2nd down.
I got high standards for offensive players, but in this case, Mike, I think I'm giving all the credit to the defender. He timed that one up perfectly, and what could have been an easy play ends up as an incomplete.
He'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. From the gun, Rodgers. And that ball in and out of his hands. It is incomplete. I might tell you after the game he should have come up with that one. But he doesn't, and now 3rd down comes up.
I feel like their quarterback, for the most part, has looked pretty solid. I mean, it's everybody else that seems to have let him down with the drop balls and the mistakes. That's really what's killing these drives.
On 3rd down, Rodgers. He's going to let this one go deep. And he's going to be dragged down, but not until he's inside the 25. A big-time play for Pittsburgh. Pickup of 46 yards.
Good for a Steelers first down. 1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Both pre-snap and post-snap, this is about as well done as you can do at the quarterback position. Get in and out of the right call, identifying the holes along the back end, and then the throw. You can't put it in a better spot. I mean, that's just a big-time play.
He'll get that to Jalen Warren. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards.
7-yard pickup.
Great example of 1st down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly 2nd down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
Again, it's Rodgers. A very good throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete.
They couldn't quite connect there on that short pass, Mike, and I just think it's worth reminding everyone how different the concepts are down here in the red zone than what the rest of the game plan calls for in the normal part of the field.
3rd down, 3 to go. They send Freiermuth, the tight end, in motion. And that is incomplete.
And the defense knew they had to be ready for anything here on 3rd and short. They decided to put the ball in the air, and they might have been better off keeping that ball on the ground because that defense was ready for it, and they were all over it.
No move for the field goal unit. They're going to line up and go for it on 4th down. To the air once more, it's Rodgers. And he's not going to get away. They got him right down after the catch. Great rally to the ball to force a turnover on down.
Yeah, when you find yourself down big here in the second half, you have to maximize every possession. And that's exactly what the coach tried to do, going for it on fourth down, give yourselves a chance to cut into this big lead. But it's the defense that came through again with a huge stop, and that's going to make their chances of coming back that much more difficult.
In motion goes Likely. On first down, they'll start the drive with Henry. And he ran right through one tackle, fighting forward. Good gain on the ground of about 7.
The 22-yard line. It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
So, from the 22, here's 2nd and 2. On the option, they give it to Henry. And that should be enough. He works his way forward to pick up a first down.
It's a gain of 2.
Well, here's where you really see the value of having a good run. 3rd and short, 4th and short. The ability to just keep it simple, win up front, turn around, hand the ball to your back, and to say, okay, more likely than not, we're going to get a fresh set of downs, maintain possession, and now continue to find opportunities to go generate points.
They'll go again here with Henry. Whoa! And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. 16-yard pickup on that one. Good for a Raven first down.
Pretty much just more of the same from what we saw with this back in the first half. And he doesn't need much. He gets a little bit of space, and then he can create the rest. It's the combination of patience, vision, and then the burst to hit the hole once he sees it. This guy's been a handful all day. You can't fault the quarterback on this one. Like, he really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
2nd and 10. From the gun, Jackson. Open man is Bateman. He's got him. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
3rd and 6.
They'll send Flowers in motion. Jackson from the gun. Nowhere to go. He is taken down.
These pass rushers, they love these situations where they can just pin their ears back and go after the quarterback. They knew they had a chance to put an end to this drive, and they didn't let it go to waste.
Ravens sending the punt team out there. He's on to punt it for the 4th time tonight. Take it in, back at his own 12. And he'll get a few yards on this return up past the 15-yard line. Steelers offense ready to take over possession of the football. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. Play fake. It's Rodgers. This one complete to Hayward. He'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 21-yard line.
From the 21, here's 2nd down and 5. From the shotgun, it's A-Rod. He is hit before he can get rid of it, and down he goes. Now it appears we've got a Steeler injured on that play. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside.
Waste of time. Oh, man, I can't believe this. Back to the slip back.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Now, Rodgers. This one down the field, but lined up incomplete. He was seeking out the veteran Adam Thielen that time. And it's going to lead to 4th down.
The offense just couldn't seem to get anything going that drive. They knew they had a long way to go, taking over possession that deep in their own territory. You want to pick up that 1st down and see if you can capitalize some momentum. Instead, the errant throw brings up 4th down, and they're going to have to punt it away.
And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. Derrick Henry heading out along with the rest of this Ravens offense. And as you take a look at the numbers, you have to imagine he was the top conversation in that locker room at halftime. They got to find a way to slow him down. Nothing they've done has worked so far. Oh, yeah. And he's able to push through the tacklers to pick up 6.
Tackle made right at midfield. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's 2nd and 3. Jackson. He runs with it. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. 10 yards on the scramble there. And he picks up the 1st down.
Baltimore, 1st down.
I love this call, Mike. 2nd down and short. One of the best downs in football to take a shot. Give credit to the defense. They were ready for it. But a nice job by the quarterback, realizing there's nothing downfield. Take off, turn into a runner, pick up the 1st down.
Pistol give to Henry.
Derrick Henry on the carry. The tackle by Brandon Echols. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 35-yard line.
From the 35, here's 2nd down and 6. Here's Jackson. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Jackson sacked.
In this defense, they just continue to put in a great night's work. I mean, Mike, you think whether it's been blitz schemes, stunts, whatever you name it, this offensive line has had its hands full. They have allowed their quarterback to be hit way too many times.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. On the give, here's Henry. And that's not going to work at all. He'll manage to get back to the line. That is all. It is 4th down. Now, after that last play, we have an injured Raven. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. On 4th down, it's Tyler Loop for the Baltimore field goal. This a 57-yard attempt. His kick is perfect. And the Ravens will extend their 3rd quarter lead.
I think at this point in the game, Mike, when you have things under control, not only were they able to hold on to the ball for a while, they still were able to manage to add 3 points.
Johnson now to return. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Steelers' offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. They find themselves down 3 touchdowns here, needing to flip the script in a hurry. And they'll start it here on 1st down. On play action, Rodgers. Throw here down the field. Will fall. Incomplete.
Pretty unforgettable performance so far in the first half, Mike, and they're going to try to figure this out here in the second half and try to gain some momentum. Figure out what's going to work, where are our matchups, and let's go try to put a drive together and get some points, because so far this has been a struggle, and they just cannot get anything going through the air.
That's out wide to Warren. And he'll get only a yard before he's out of bounds, and that's going to set up a third down.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short gain.
3rd and 9. To throw, it's Rodgers. That'll be caught. It's Metcalf. 17 yards, the gain there. That's a Steeler first down.
It just seems like whenever they need a big play on third down, you can almost guarantee that he's someone they're going to try to get the ball to, and certainly easy to see why. Clutch play by everyone involved and keeps the offense on the field.
On 1st and 10, it's Warren. And they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line.
10 more yards.
Give him 10 more on that one. Just enough for another first down.
1st and 10.
Finding yourself down here, multiple scores in the second half. The defense is going to give you some friendly run looks, so don't be afraid to mix it in there. But if you're going to find yourself coming back from this deficit, you're going to have to do it primarily through the air with just a little bit of mix of the run.
And he's very close to a first down. He's out after a pickup of 9.
10 more yards.
So the rule of thumb, so often when you call these play-action passes, Mike, is that the guy you fake it to, he tends to be wide open more often than not. And it's exactly the case here. Dump it off to the back in the flat, and he does the rest.
Here's Rodgers. Laying out, and he made the catch. What a play. 12 yards on that hookup. Good for a Steeler first down.
And that's what you call being fearless, going over the middle. That's not everybody's cup of tea in this league, Mike. Some guys love to operate outside the numbers, and some guys understand their role is in the middle of the field. And not only to make that catch, but to do it laying out. That's a big-time play to secure that one.
And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away. And that'll set up second down.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. They'll throw again. Here's Rodgers. There's a short one caught by Freiermuth. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple, and sets up third down.
It's 3rd and 7.
Rodgers going up top again. Taking off, he'll try to get there.
A gain of 9 yards.
Really nice job here, not only avoiding the rush on third down, but quickly finding that crease, get downfield, and he's able to pick up the first down.
Space getting tight here, down to the 13-yard line. They work 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. And that'll be incomplete on what turns out to be the final play of this third quarter. So, 3 quarters now in the books. And Sunday Night Primetime continues after this. They send Freiermuth, the tight end, in motion. 2nd down, Rodgers. That one thrown behind his target, and it'll be incomplete. Pat Freiermuth, the intended receiver. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
And 10 yards to go.
And with nothing open downfield, he tries to find something underneath. But give credit to this secondary, Mike. I mean, they had everything covered up, and this one ends up just falling incomplete.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete.
There's certain guys, Mike, that have earned the right to make those tight window throws. And that doesn't mean that he's not going to get himself into trouble from time to time, but we've seen throughout his career his ability to make throws that other guys are either uncomfortable or unable to make is a big reason why he's kind of in a class all of his own.
That's going to be incomplete. They felt compelled to go for it on 4th and long. That was a big ask, and the defense turns them away.
You find yourself down big. It's the 4th quarter. There's really no choice but to go for this at this point. But once again, this defense, they're up to the task, and they come through yet again with a huge stop.
They'll start out on the ground with Henry, and he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
Depending on the situation or the down and distance, Mike, the linebackers have different reads. Sometimes they read the offensive lineman. Sometimes they read the running back. In this case, his read brings him right to the play. He's able to make a big stop and keep the game to nothing.
2nd down, Jackson. That's caught right side. It's Hopkins. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
A 7-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
They'll come up to 3rd and 3. From the shotgun, here's Jackson. Coming up, and that's the tight end likely. And he's going to have the 1st down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on 3rd down.
He's in a really nice rhythm here on 3rd down. He appears very comfortable operating out of the gun, and he's able to find his man near the sideline, and he's able to extend this drive.
On play action, here's Jackson. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very stout there. That's going to bring up 2nd down.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
Jackson up top again. And he'll get about 3 here on 2nd down before he's out of bounds.
3rd down.
This is 3rd and 6. To the air one more time with Jackson. That's to the tight end, Kohler. And he looks to be a bit short of the line. And that is going to bring up 4th down.
It's 4th down.
We see teams more and more throw the ball short of the sticks on 3rd down, really for 2 reasons. 1, they're confident that they can pick up the 1st down with yards after the catch. 2, teams' willingness to go for it on 4th down is at an all-time high.
That one hit inside the 10, but it bounces forward into the end zone. Bring it back out to the 20-yard line. The Steelers offense and Aaron Rodgers getting ready to go once more. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. It's Rodgers. And he will not get away. Terrific open field tackle. Gets him down behind the line.
Well, the best screen plays, of course, you want the offensive lineman out in front of the running back. They act as his escort, his lead blockers. But what you can't afford is for the defenders to be in the backfield and get to the running back, because those offensive linemen, they can't help him at all.
He finds Austin with the grab. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 11.
From the gun, Rodgers. Over the middle, Metcalf has it. Good work after the catch. They gain 19 yards and a first down.
And the Steelers first down. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
And this is what can happen when you're so worried about protecting the sticks, Mike. You force them to throw the ball underneath, but then you've got to be able to rally the ball and tackle. But they weren't able to do it before he gets the line to gain, and he ends up picking up the first down anyway.
He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd and 6. The master of play action, Rodgers. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
To the air once more, it's Rodgers. Oh, and a short throw there, but it's going to end up incomplete. That's a pass you say he should have had. Instead, he does not, and it brings up 2nd down.
The whole idea of that short pass is designed to get the ball into the hands of the receiver in space and let him do the rest after the catch. But the key word there, Mike, is get the ball into the hands of the receiver. He doesn't secure the catch, so there is no run after.
And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. A gain there of 11. That's a Steeler first down.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Again, it's Rodgers. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on first down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your chances picking up a key 3rd down?
And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down.
A gain of 9 brings up 3rd and 1.
On 3rd down, they go with 1. And he'll have the first down at the 26. So good job on the ground to keep this drive rolling.
What a nice drive this continues to turn out to be. I mean, to continue to maintain possession and sustain this drive, you can feel the defense is starting to wear down. So they had an opportunity there to get off the field and come away with a 3rd down stop, but they pick up just enough and get a fresh set of downs.
To the left side and pulled in. Valdez-Scantling. They get 15 on that game. Good for a Steeler first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
And this is the blueprint, Mike. The ability to sustain and maintain possession and methodically move the ball down the field in the process. The defense has had no answers up until this point, and now the next step is, can they come away with 6? Because anything less than that after this long drive would be a bit of a letdown.
And the Steelers going to be set up with 1st and goal. Pass play moves them down to the 1.
First down.
And this is what the offense needed. Now, after that last completion, you still trail here in the 4th quarter. You need scores, and you need scores fast, so they cannot take their time. I wouldn't be surprised to get them right back up on the line of scrimmage and try to score here now that it's 1st and goal.
Trying to push the pile forward, but he's not going to get in. They stop him up short.
It's a loss of 1.
The timing of the jet sweep is critical. If you can get the ball carrier past the end man on the line, typically there's a lot of space downfield, but give credit to the defense. They saw this one play out, They reacted quickly, and they're able to throw him down for a loss.
From the shotgun, it's A-Rod. That one, taken in. Calvin Austin. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Well, Greg, the light's still on way down at the end of the tunnel here. They are climbing back into this one with that touchdown here in the fourth quarter.
And they have a tall task ahead of them, Mike, but they have a chance. I mean, we've seen stranger things happen. They got a two-possession game here late. They're going to need a couple stops, and they're going to need a couple things to bounce their way.
Boswell adds the extra point, and the Steelers are able to edge a bit closer.
Steelers 10.
Boswell now, following the touchdown, back out to kick this one off. A short one taken at the 10. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. So here's the Baltimore offense getting set for their next drive. The lead is a couple of touchdowns as this drive kicks off 1st and 10. His fullback releasing, and he's going to bring it in.
So I don't think his fullback was his primary option on that play, but a really nice job by the quarterback, working quickly through his progression, getting the ball down to his big fullback, and he's able to pick up a nice gain.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd and 3. Jackson fires complete to Flowers. And he'll be taken down after a gain of 3, but that is good enough for a first down.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver, and then see what he can do after the catch.
At the 40-yard line. 1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd down and 9. They'll send Flowers in motion. Jackson now on 2nd down. And the ball out of the reach of the receiver. Ball's incomplete.
I'll tell you what, Mike, with this guy's speed, he's not an easy target to overthrow. So that's one of those where they're telling this quarterback, throw it with everything you got. Just lay it out there. And more times than not, he's going to run under it. But in this case, just a little bit too much on it. He winds up overshooting his man.
Brought in by the tight end, Andrews. It's a pickup of 12. First down, Baltimore.
And the Baltimore first down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
That might end up being the backbreaker right now. This defense desperately needed to get off the field and give their offense a chance to cut into this 2-score lead. But instead, they now got to defend a fresh set of downs. And as you look up at this clock, they might be running out of time.
Running is Mitchell. And he's not going to get away. They're going to bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Where a defender makes his tackles tells you a lot about his abilities. And for an interior defensive lineman, Mike, to make plays on the outside of the formation just speaks to his speed, his effort, his ability to run down the line. And we saw it here, and he takes the back down for a loss.
On the RPO, a throw to Flowers. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
This is a great example here of just not getting too complicated as an offensive coordinator. Who's one of your best players on the field, and how do you get the ball in his hands?
3rd and 5. From the gun, Jackson. And he'll be taken down. They got him back at the 50-yard line.
You know, we can sit up here all day long and critique the quarterback, and you can see his eyes aren't downfield. He's a little jittery in the pocket. But with the amount he's been sacked and hit today, Mike, I can't say I really blame him.
Ravens bring their punt team out. They'll come on to kick for a 6th time tonight. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line. Here comes the Pittsburgh offense now, heading back onto the field. Here is 1st and 10. To throw is Rodgers. That's caught. Right side, it's Firemouth. And he'll be run out of bounds. It's a good game on 1st down. They pick up 7 yards.
Well, let's give some credit to the big boys up front in the trenches. They knew that blitz was coming. They held up just long enough that the quarterback could get that ball out safely and results in a completion.
To throw, it's Rodgers. He'll dump this out wide to Gainwell. And a good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down.
3rd down and 2.
They'll drop to throw. That'll be caught. It's Metcalf. They've got all 3 timeouts left, but need to score quick. It's 1st and 10. Rodgers going up top again. He keeps it himself. Showing off the footwork, sliding down after a gain of 8. The Steelers going to use one of their timeouts, and they'll get together prior to the 2nd down play. Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. And that is incomplete. But now a penalty flag comes in late. He might have been caught with his hands in the cookie jar. Here's 1st down. Play fake. It's Rodgers. And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up 2nd down.
He decides to go with this safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
2nd down, Rodgers. This one grabbed by Austin. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
They go 5 receivers for 3rd down and 4. Rodgers. He'll get this into the hands of Austin. He's going to have the 1st down. So they convert on 3rd down with a pickup of 9.
Steelers 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
They'll throw again. Here's Rodgers. And he will get into the end zone. DK Metcalf. Touchdown Steelers.
Well, that was step 1. The offense did their job, get this thing back within 1 possession, so they're still alive. But now they've got to find a way to get a little bit of luck and find a way to get the ball back, and it's not going to be easy.
And now they'll go with the more popular of late analytics-driven decision. Down 8, going for 2. He'll try to do it with the screen. And he'll get into the end zone and get this one a couple of points closer.
Steelers 18.
Mike, I think all of us can remember exactly where we were during a certain Super Bowl where throwing the ball this close to the goal line ended up being a disaster. But unlike that time, they ran this pass play to perfection, and the result, 2 points. Late in the game, this is where you see teams really start taking some chances. And boy, this was a big one, but it's not going to work out.
The Ravens offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. And this one really all over but the shouting. One timeout left defensively, but there's no need to use it here. Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. Second and 11. So it is a win here for the visitors, the Ravens. And right away you can point to the turnover battle. Always key. Tells the story so often. It did here again today. Their offense didn't turn it over at all. They finished on the plus side with the takeaways. And as a result, they're going to come away with the victory. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say good night from Pittsburgh.